15 years ago, a quiet but life-changing decision was made, not in a boardroom, but in the heart of a woman who chose family over familiarity. After decades in the corporate world, she stepped away, not to rest, but to realign her life with what truly mattered: time with her loved ones. But as she would later discover, life had written a different chapter. What began as a desire to slow down soon turned into a calling to rise up. With a license in hand and a vision burning quietly in her soul, she laid the first stone of what would become RBE Customs Brokerage, a company not just built for commerce, but crafted with conviction, to refine her skill, to honor her profession, and most of all, to serve with a heart that gives back. From the very beginning, she was certain: the blessings we receive are not meant to stay in our hands, but to overflow into the lives of others. And so a new journey began, not alone, but with a team that believed in the same purpose. Like many stories worth telling, the journey of RBE Customs Brokerage began with humble means and hard lessons. RBE was launched with just 300,000 peso in liquid capital, barely enough to sustain operations, let alone fund ambitious dreams. The first few months were spent juggling multiple roles, patching limited resources together, and learning how to walk in an industry known for its unpredictability. With no grand office, no established name, and little financial cushion, they faced one of the toughest hurdles in the business: capitalization. There were loans, there were debts, there were mistakes, and yet every challenge carved out lessons, some painful, but all purposeful. They had to learn, not every opportunity is meant to be taken. They had to admit, limitations are not a weakness, but a guide. It wasn't just grit that shaped the foundation of RBE. It was the quiet trust in a God who provides, a God who sees, and a God who writes stories better than we ever could. And through that faith, and through the few who chose to believe with them, RBE stood, step by step, on firmer ground. What began as a fragile hope became a firm foundation, and that foundation was built not just with capital, but with conviction, faith, trust, and resilience. These became the pillars of RBE. Today, RBE Customs Brokerage is known across the Philippines and beyond, not only for what they do, but how they do it. They offer full-scale customs brokerage services both locally and internationally, including import and export clearance, customs accreditation and licensing assistance, tariff and duty consultation, HS code classification, warehousing coordination, trucking and domestic logistics, shipment monitoring and advisory document processing and compliance consulting, transshipment and multinational cargo coordination. But what makes them truly distinct isn't just the breadth of services, it's the depth of care. To RBE, every client is not just a customer, they are a partner. Their team goes beyond scope, beyond contract, beyond expectation. They listen, they advise, they guide clients through the complex maze of customs procedures, not just as service providers, but as trusted partners. Even when it's inconvenient, even when no one is watching, even when there's no financial gain. They serve with excellence, not for praise, but because it's who they are. They don't see clients as profit. They see people, dreams, and livelihoods behind every shipment. And that's what sets RBE apart: a brokerage firm with a servant's heart and a relentless pursuit of excellence. To our past and present clients, you are not just part of our journey, you are our journey. You gave us your trust when we were unknown. You stood by us through transitions and growing pains. You challenged us to grow, to innovate, and to rise to higher standards. To each individual, each business, each family, we've had the honor to serve. Thank you. You have shaped the way we serve. You have expanded our understanding of what excellence truly means, and we are proud to say, your success is our shared joy. Beyond shipments and spreadsheets, RBE Customs Brokerage carries a deeper mission, one that transcends business, a mission to give back to the communities that need it most. Almost every year, the RBE team pours time, energy, and compassion into organizing medical missions, feeding programs, and community outreach initiatives, not for publicity, but as a heartfelt extension of who they are as a company. They have reached far-flung barangays with little access to healthcare. They have brought food, supplies, and hope to orphanages, stood beside cancer patients during their fight, extended a hand of mercy to those in the city jail, provided support to under-resourced schools, and walked with indigenous communities who often live unseen. They have partnered with churches, schools, and local leaders, not to impose, but to simply be a light in places often overlooked. Each outreach serves as a reminder that success without compassion is empty, that true service isn't measured by profit, but by presence, and that in the end, what we give in love is what truly remains. Today, RBE Customs Brokerage stands as a testament to what can be built through faith, perseverance, and a team united by one purpose. From a small room and limited funds, to a nationally recognized brokerage firm, trusted by clients across industries and regions, they have embraced technology, they have streamlined systems, they have built a team that is not only skilled, but rooted in integrity. They stand not as a giant, but as a steward. They remain grounded, grateful, and always growing. And through every success, they never forget why they started: to serve, to uplift, and to honor the calling entrusted to them. As they look to the future, RBE Customs Brokerage remains committed to the same values that brought them here: integrity, innovation, service, stewardship. In an industry defined by constant change, they vow to never stop learning, to stay ahead of global regulations, adapt to emerging technologies, and anticipate the needs of clients in a rapidly evolving world. They are investing in people. They are upgrading their systems. They are preparing the next generation of leaders within their ranks. Their goal is not just to stay relevant, but to set the standard. And as the world moves faster, their promise remains firm: to serve with excellence, to lead with compassion, and to grow with purpose, always for the good of others.
As we mark 15 years of RBE Customs Brokerage, our hearts are filled with gratitude. This milestone isn't just a celebration of time past. It's a celebration of people, relationships, trust, and shared journeys. To our dedicated team, you are the soul of this company. Your hard work, integrity, and unwavering commitment have shaped RBE into what it is today. Every shipment cleared, every document filed, every challenge faced, you've shown resilience, excellence, and heart. Thank you for believing in our mission and for standing by it with pride and purpose. To our industry partners, thank you for walking this road with us. The collaborations, the support, the shared values, they have allowed us to thrive and innovate in a complex industry. We are grateful for the respect and professionalism that have defined our relationships. 15 years ago, we started with a vision to serve with honesty, reliability, and heart. Today, we look back with pride and forward with hope, knowing that the journey continues, and it continues because of you. From all of us at RBE Customs Brokerage, thank you for being part of our story. Here's to the next chapter. Together.